it's Kim here from Kyms Homestead. How are you today? Well, today it's a beautiful sunny day here in Victoria, Australia, and I thought we would do a quick roundup of the garden. So come along with me and we'll see how things are growing on. Here is my potato bed. Now these are all just potatoes, sorry about the planes, they come over all the time. Anyway, these are just potatoes that have gone a bit manky in the cupboard, and as they do, I bring them out, and here's our current crop of manky potatoes. They're what's left over from the pantry challenge. That's what I had left. So, which they went pretty good. I got a good 3 months out of them, so I'm happy with that. So I just dig a little hole, pick up a spud, plop him in, and cover him up. And I'm over here, dig a little hole. You're going to help Barney, are ya? And grab a potato and plop him in and cover him up. Find another little hole. Grab another potato, and these will produce potatoes for me. I might not get brilliant crops or whatever, but I'm grateful for what I do get. It's less I have to rely on the supermarkets. Watch out, Barney. Okay, well, first stop is the area where the trees were cut out, and I haven't done much out here except grow a good crop of weeds. Yep, it all needs to be gotten into. Then we have where the peas are, and I have flower. Look at that, they're growing really well. Beautiful. And my garlic, look at that beautiful elephant garlic. It's doing really well. I'm very pleased with it. And in there somewhere I think I've got poppies growing, but they'll bring the pollinators, so I'm happy with that. Now, I can just fight this rotten trolley. Hello, my first calendula's out. Hello, happy birthday, little fella. Isn't that pretty? And here's our peas over this side, and they're growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. They're doing well, flopping over a little bit. I've got to get out and tie them up. And our other crop of normal garlic with a few poppies in there and a few self-seeded parsnips at the end. It's like a jungle in here. And a few calendula down here that were self-seeded. They're starting to come to flower. I just let them go because I was too busy. And here is that stalk of walking stick kale that I took right down to the nub. It's doing really well as well. Now over here I have my buckets of potatoes. 2 didn't make it, but the others are doing really well. So I should get a fairly good feed out of them. Now they're just ones I've taken out of the pantry, and I showed you how I just plant them. And the ones I planted in here are also doing really well. I'll come around there in a minute and I'll show you from the other side. But everywhere else I'm growing a good crop of weeds. Down near the fish pond I've got some nice daffodils growing. Then along here, verbena, and I think that's winter gladioli. This one is a cactus that won't come out until summertime, so. And in here I have more verbena. I have stock, which the white stock is flowering beautifully, and purple stock, and sweet pea. Climbing up the fence there. And over here I have some more verbena, very, very pretty little one. In here is the carrots that I planted. They're a little bit hit and miss, and that's mainly because I didn't get to come out and water. I was a bit crook, so, and this one here, I don't think much is happening in here. So here's my lemonade tree, all full of beautiful blossom. Look at that. There we go. Beautiful. And over here is our spinach that we planted. It's all growing really well. And the red sorrel. And here is the leafless pea. As you see, it's not quite leafless, but there's a lot of those tendrils, and that's basically what it's known for. Here is the bok choy and the lettuces that I planted with you guys earlier on. A couple of the bok choys are getting a bit chewed around the outside, but you got to expect that. But the lettuces are coming along beautifully. A couple of them I can actually start picking. And some more peas. And over here I have more peas. I like fresh peas. And in here I have a self-sown celery, and in behind is a white turnip that I've allowed to go to seed because I want the seeds next year. Here's a yellow jonquil. There we go. Very pretty. I love the smell of these. They are so pretty. And these are pretty too in their own right. Anyway, it's all food for the bees. Now, in the archway, haven't done much in here. Some of the stalks come out in flower, which is beautiful. And the mustard's doing really well. And then we have the sweet potato in there somewhere. It's getting a little chewed at times as well, but hopefully it'll give me a few tubers as well. And here we have the silver beet that we planted together. Isn't that beautiful and lush? Very, very tasty. And there is some perpetual garlic doing really well, or perpetual leeks or something like that. Anyway, can't remember now. And here we are at the pepita bush, and here we have some nice little pepitas growing. I think there's a whole stack of them in there, in and around. I know there's more over here. There we go. Whoop. In under there, look at that. Whole stack of them growing. And look at this little one. And more flowers. So they'll be yummy. Looking forward to some of them this year. And lastly, we have our peppers this year. I've decided to grow them in pots this year. They don't do so well out in the garden. I think it just gets too hot. So we're going to grow them in pots this year, and we'll see how we go. Well guys, that's just a very, very quick tour of what's going on in the garden this year. This season. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like the content, please consider subscribing to the channel. That would be really appreciated. Sorry it's such a quick tour, but I've got quite a few things on the go at the moment, and time is very, very sparse. Anyway, I'll catch you again soon. Okay, bye for now.